I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy J. Lou, and you guys are just in time for the official review of the Monsoon caps. Now, before we get this video started, one thing I wanted to say is I hope you guys enjoyed that little skit. You know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, your boy been working to come up with creative ideas just to make the videos entertaining. So if you like that, make sure you drop a like. But I don't want to focus too much on that. As of right now, I know a lot of you guys have been anticipating this review, so let's get straight into it.
Every month at the quarter moon, there'll be a monsoon in your lagoon. Monsoon. Yeah, at least we're inside.
Yeah, right.
Alright, a lot of people probably been asking, hey yo J. Lou, I've been looking for a Monsoon cap. Where do I get them from? The website that you can get a Monsoon cap from is www.
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
www.productsbynight.com. I'll make sure I put the link down below in the description just in case you guys miss it up or just so you can click on it. Now, the first thing I want to say, it's not easy to take that first step, you know what I'm saying? But I want to give a big shout out to my boy CJ on taking a step towards being an entrepreneur. But not just entrepreneur, this cat right here is somebody that's an actual waver. He's in the community, you know what I'm saying? He drops videos, he drops tips on Facebook and everything like that. And he came up with the idea to create his own stocking cap, which is the Monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? So when I first got my package and I saw that it was handwritten on there, I was like, man, hold up. That's the kind of stuff that people tend to overlook, you know what I'm saying? Like when you first start your business off, a lot of times you gotta like do it by hand and everything like that, and people don't really understand how long it takes to do it, and to be able to get products out in a good timing and everything like that when you don't have a warehouse or anything like that. I gotta give respect where respect is due, you know what I'm saying? And I also want to give a big shout out to my boy Kyron. The website is run by Kyron, and CJ supplies the Monsoon caps, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing a great job thus far of whenever you put your order in, you get your shipping information as fast as possible, you know? So big shout out to both of those guys, you know what I'm saying? So before I got my Monsoon caps, CJ hit me up and was like,
hey yo J. Lou, I want to send you a Monsoon cap as long as you buy one.
And I was like, I bet. But what he didn't know was I was gonna pay for both of them. So long story short, I paid for both of them, and he was like,
bro, you wasn't supposed to do that. You was only supposed to buy one of them, you know what I'm saying? You my homeboy, I was gonna send you another one, but you actually paid more than what both of them cost.
So he was like,
you know what? I'm gonna send you a special limited edition
OG
brushstroke soft brush.
So big shout out to that boy CJ, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are gonna be mad, be hating right now. I got an official OG brushstrokes brush. The bristles on this mug is fire. Talking about, man, if you really want something to lay your hair down, 99 cents, you know what I'm saying? I think this bad boy was like $1.99, but enough of that. All right, so the first Monsoon caps that I received was these two bad boys, and as y'all can see, they came in these little green bags. And this is something I gotta point out, man. They got so many people nowadays on the radio talking about selling drugs and all that nonsense. My boy CJ ain't flipping dope, you know what I'm saying? He took that concept and flipped it around for the greater good. So that was the first thing that I thought when I got these bags. I was like, yo, man. But enough of that. The first one that I got, as y'all can see, was what they call the Lava Red Sports Cap. He has 3 styles coming out. This is one of the first styles. As you all can see, this is a threaded, you know what I'm saying? It basically has holes and gaps and stuff like that. I'll go into a little bit more detail about this one later. The second one that he sent me was this one, and this is like the emerald green dual cap. The reason why this is called the dual cap is because it has this silky material on the inside as well as on the outside. And then the third style, he doesn't have them out right now, but he's working on them. It'll basically be a single layer of the silky material Monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for those. But enough of that. Now, one of the first things waivers may want to know about is the pricing. When you go to the website, you will notice that this bad boy is around 20 bucks. What? And I know that may sound high for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So many people are so used to boo-boo caps being, I think, like $5 or whatever. But hear me out and wait till the end of this video to make your decision about buying a Monsoon cap. Like I told you guys, this one is the most expensive one. I think this one's about $25, $26 or something like that. All of these caps, you have to keep in mind that shipping is included. The shipping is free on the caps, you know what I'm saying? Just to give some background, I know people who spent 30 bucks on a sew rag and then they had to pay shipping on top of it. So therefore it brought the price up to about $35, $37 for just one sew rag that didn't fit your head and would slide off at nighttime, you know what I'm saying? Now by saying that, that's gonna be the second thing that a lot of people may be wondering about these Monsoon caps, and I'll go into a little bit more detail, but I took my time to do this review because I wanted to go through as many different scenarios as possible to put these bad boys to the test, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so the way that these Monsoon caps was marketed is that they can stand alone on themselves. Compared to a boo-boo cap, the material on this one alone is a lot stronger and it's a lot sturdier. You can already see that the band is way thicker and way wider. And if you don't believe me, this is a brand new boo-boo cap, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, this material is very dark. Even though the boo-boo cap is advertised as being a breathable stocking cap or whatever, when you compare it to the Monsoon cap, you can see that this one would be a lot better to allow your hair to breathe. So that leads up into my first comparison. Wavers love doing the washing style. And if you don't know what that is, I have a video that I'll link up above of me doing a washing style with the My Fluffy Puff soap. Wavers love doing a washing style, and in order to get the best results from the washing style, you have to let your hair dry out, you know what I'm saying? So many times with a boo-boo cap, what I noticed is when I thought my hair was dry, it really wasn't, because this material gives the false impression that your hair is dry. But with the Monsoon cap, I was able to see as well as kind of feel that my hair was dry. Because it has the gaping holes and the threading is a little bit bigger, it allows your hair to dry quicker and dry faster. So when it comes to the washing style, this is the Monsoon cap that you want to use in comparison to the boo-boo cap. Now, like I said before with the bands, this band right here is dang near 3 times bigger than the boo-boo cap's band. With that being said, the reason why this is important is because a bigger band helps distribute the overall pressure that is applied to your head. When you have a boo-boo cap, a band like this, because the band is so small, it applies a lot more pressure into your head, and that's what leads to a lot of headaches. Now, fresh out of the packaging, when you first put a boo-boo cap on, these things are super tight. I want to give a shout out to my boy Miz, aka Michael Stevens, you know what I'm saying? He always says when you open up a fresh boo-boo cap, you gotta take it with an Advil or a Aleve, you know what I'm saying? Because these things will give you a migraine. But with the Monsoon cap fresh out of the bag, I put this bad boy on for the first night. I did not have any headaches or anything like that. And also because, like I said, because the band is so thick, I didn't have any lines, basically pressure marks from the Monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? So now with all of that being said, comparing both of these, I'ma always go with the Monsoon cap simply because the material is a lot better. Now with the boo-boo cap, one thing that is good is that the fact that they are cheap. But with that being said, you pay for what you get. With a boo-boo cap, you may run through these bad boys like it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? I know wavers all the time complain about them having to buy several different boo-boo caps. For me personally, I'm not very harsh on my products. I'm not very harsh on any of my rags or anything like that. This boo-boo cap, actually, I've used this boo-boo cap for over a year because, like I said, unlike in my skit, I don't take the boo-boo cap and I stretch it out and I beat it up, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's not an issue, but I know a lot of wavers that typically do the washing style a lot always say as soon as they put it on, the threading comes out and everything like that, you know? So even though the boo-boo caps are cheaper, that may be something that you want to consider about the price, because if you have to buy several of these because they run out so much, it'd be better just to invest in one Monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? But that's enough of the sports cap versus the boo-boo cap. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is this bad boy right here. This is the dual Monsoon cap, like I told you guys, and the thing I like about this one is the fact that it has silky material. Now for me, I basically tested these bad boys for at least a month before doing this review. Every time that I wore the silky one alone by itself, it gave my hair the same results that a SMW or So Many Waves do-rag gave, or a sew rag. I don't have any dream do-rag, I only have sew rags and I only have SMW rags, but in comparison, the results when I took it off of how my hair looked were the exact same. So right then and there, this material, you're not losing on that aspect. Now, the one that I have on my head is a limited edition Monsoon cap, you know what I'm saying? Only 300 of these bad boys were made, and that's one of the benefits of being on the pages. So if you're not on the pages, make sure you go down to the link that I'm about to put right here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you join the pages, because since these products were made by a waiver for waivers, he lets all the waivers know about it before he makes a public announcement. I was able to cop one of these bad boys. Like I said, it was only 300 made, but going back into the review, when you first put this on your head, like I said, it's basically 2 layers of material. So you have the inner layer, which when you put it on your head, it serves as a form of compression. Now, the top outside layer, one thing that you may notice is depending on how big your head is or how small your head is, it may bunch up. A way to avoid that, I'll go into a little bit of detail about that later. Now, going back to my point, the second layer serves as a double compression once you find the right snugness to wear these Monsoon caps. You know what I'm saying? So with this, it's like wearing a do-rag and a boo-boo cap, because that's usually what waivers do, is they wear both of them as a double form of compression. But with the Monsoon cap, you get all of that in one with the silky material of an SMW or a suit-rag and everything like that. So you can't beat it. All right, so the next thing you guys may be wondering is,
Okay, J. Lou, you talked all about that, but how do I wear these bad boys?
the first thing I'll go into is how to take a Monsoon cap off, so let's get straight into that. Now, you can either rip this bad boy off if you want to. What I've noticed is if you typically have coarser hair, it's a lot easier to take this thing off and your hair won't be messed up, because coarse hair waivers typically have stronger hair follicles, you know what I'm saying, which means their hair doesn't really move too much, or their patterns don't get disturbed easily. But if you are a medium texture waiver or a fine texture waiver, one thing you will notice is you may have to focus on how you take it off. And for me, what I've noticed is when I first got it, it was very hard for me to take this bad boy off, and almost every single time I took it off, my hair stood up. Now, to remedy that, I basically hit CJ up, you know what I'm saying, because that's one of the benefits of being able to buy a Monsoon cap. If you have any issues, you can contact the man himself. He'll reply back to you. If you buy a boo-boo cap and it mess up, or if you don't know how to put it on, you can't contact boo-boo, that company, and they won't reach out to you, you know what I'm saying? So that's another benefit of basically supporting a black-owned business. And the best way to take it off is to just take both of your hands like this. You basically put it out and then you rock it. So for me, I start off from the back, I lift it up a little bit, go to the front, lift it up, and then when it gets to the point to where it's not snagging my head or basically hugging my head, I just pull it off slowly like that and let it just come off. And with that, what I notice is it doesn't lift my hair up as much. This is how much frizz I typically have on my head. As you can see, it's not a lot, but like I said, if you want to fix that, all you got to do is use your hands or a soft brush. So that's what I'm gonna do. And simply by doing it for about a minute, I was able to lay my hair back down. But that's something that I just wanted to point out between the different textures that you may experience wearing these Monsoon caps. Now, when it comes to wearing them, as you all can see, with this one specifically, because it has the 2 different colors on the 2 different layers, the first side, you can wear it either like this, or you can wear it with the navy like this. You know what I'm saying? In my experience, I've noticed that you will always have to fold the band over. So with a Monsoon cap that has 2 different colors, that gives you that opportunity to be able to do that. You know, I like rocking this one with the navy showing, and then with the ice cream sprinkle color on the outside band. You know, so most people, when they wear stocking caps, they're so used to wearing it to where the seam goes from the front of your forehead all the way to the back. You know what I'm saying? They basically wear it like this. Me personally, I don't like doing that, simply because one thing that you would notice on the sports cap, and it's also in all of the other ones, but you can see it, is that there's this big threading right here. So if you choose to wear your Monsoon cap like that, understand that there is a potential for you to develop a line right here in your forehead or wherever that line shows up. So for me personally, I don't wear it like that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you flip it on the outside or the inside or anything like that. If you put the threading anywhere near it, you have an opportunity to basically have a line form right there. So in my personal opinion, the best way to wear these Monsoon caps is to have the seam run from your ear to the opposite ear. So that simply means, as you can see it right here, I'm gonna put this bad boy on to my ears. And when you're putting this thing on, the first thing that you'll notice is you have to tuck the material down underneath the band. Now by doing it like that, that allows you to be able to get the double form of compression like I mentioned before, you know what I'm saying? The easy way to check to see if you have the double compression on your Monsoon cap is just to see if there's any bunching up around your head. So as you all can see, there's a little bit of bunching right here. Like I said, if I do my hands like that, it easily moves. That's the bunching. All you have to do to fix that is simply take your hand and then just tuck the material down, pull it down like that. And as you can see, it goes away and it makes the Monsoon cap tighter so you can get the best benefit of the double compression for how they were made. Same thing on my other side. If I want to, I just tuck that down as far as possible and we good to go. Now, one thing I have noticed, and I've pointed this out in the past because there's not a lot of YouTube waivers that actually wear glasses. So a lot of times this stuff doesn't get mentioned. But if you are a waiver that wears glasses, wearing these things over your glasses can create a pain around your ears. Simply because the Monsoon cap is compressing and pushing your frames into your ear. So if you don't want to run into that issue, what I advise you to do is wear the band above your ears. All you have to do is, just like I showed you, grab the band like you're about to take it off. Keep your hand like this and tuck it down. I'll do it again just in case you guys missed it. Grab the band, you tuck it, you put your ear like that. Now, you want to make sure your glasses are not underneath the Monsoon cap, so just take them off and put them over. And if it's pressing your ears down a lot more, just simply lift it up a little bit more to give yourself a little bit more room. And once you find the right height, you're good to go. Now, as you all can see, my ears are red by just wearing it over my ears with my glasses over just for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's something that as a person with glasses, I don't advise wearing the Monsoon caps over your ears with your glasses in them. You know what I'm saying? They could bend your frames and mess them up and everything like that. All right, so here's the big question.
Do they fall off when you sleep with them on?
Now, for me personally, like I mentioned before, I wore them in different ways. With the sports cap, when fresh off of washing style, it did not fall off my head just by wearing this alone, and I was able to take it off like the way I showed you guys earlier with minimal frizz, especially for my texture. Now with the dual cap, with both of these, I wore both of these by themselves overnight and they did not come off. Now some waivers may be asking,
what about wearing them with do-rags?
Now most waivers already know there's two different types of do-rags. You have your regular breathable type of do-rags. These are typically waved up do-rags and things like that, or you have your silky material so many waves do-rags. When it comes to the regular do-rags like this, the breathable material, with the sports cap, it stayed on my head all night. I didn't have any issues, or I didn't have to worry about it coming off my head by wearing it with this, so that was a plus. I know some people typically prefer sticking with the do-rags and wearing like a stocking cap, like a boo-boo cap. So if you want to do that, this is a great combination. Now when it comes to the dual material, the dual layer, when you wear this with this Monsoon cap, it didn't come off of my head. Now I did notice that it slid up a little bit more, but all you got to do is quickly just pull it down whenever you notice that that's happening. All right, now when it comes to so many waves do-rag as well as the sports Monsoon cap, one thing I noticed is this did not come off my head when I comboed these two together. So that's another good thing, just in case you are a waiver that wants to wear a do-rag on your head and it won't come off your head, or it should not come off your head, simply because the material, even though this is silky, this has a little bit more friction and has a little bit more grip in the material, so it won't slide off. Now when it comes to the so many waves do-rag or a silky type of material with the Monsoon cap, this is a no-go. Simply because this material is very silky. This material is very silky, and when you have two materials like that, there's not that much friction in between them, and there's a greater potential for this to slide off your head overnight. Several times when I tried to wear this with a so many waves do-rag, I woke up and the Monsoon cap wasn't on my head and everything like that. So I do not advise you guys to wear your Monsoon caps with anything that's like a silky material. Now some people will be like,
bro, like if you're supposed to wear the Monsoon cap by itself, why would you wear a do-rag with it?
Now for me personally, like I mentioned already, I'm not very harsh to my rags or my products and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to take care of them as long as possible. And the reason why I would want to wear a do-rag with this, just in case I have any products in my hair and I don't want the products to transfer into the material, because at the end of the day, any kind of material that you have, it will absorb the products. And I mainly use oils and butters and things like that. So there's a greater chance for the material to absorb those products. And a do-rag will allow me to have that kind of a single layer of protection, but I still get the benefit of having the Monsoon cap over it. So that's the main reason why I wore it, and that's another reason why I thought other people may want to wear them as well, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now to wrap everything up, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are wondering,
alright J. Lou, keep it 100 with me, you know what I'm saying? What do you recommend? Do you recommend me buying a Monsoon cap, or can I stick with what I already have?
y'all know I always keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I never feel like I have to fake or put anything on for a front.
Message.
And for me personally, I like the Monsoon caps. One of the things that I don't like is the fact that the band is really big. Because the band is so wide, I can only fold it this one time and that's it. So if I wanted to get it as tight as possible, I'm very limited in that aspect. And that's something that I already mentioned to CJ. He told me that that's something he's working on. He wants to be able to provide a smaller band, you know what I'm saying? But something that's still bigger than the Monsoon cap, because it's very important to be able to distribute that pressure that's applied to your head so you don't get the line in your head, and it also doesn't make your head hurt. But also the next thing I also want to say is, to be completely honest, I don't have an issue with still using a do-rag and a boo-boo cap, especially once the boo-boo cap is worn in and I can wear it, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, I don't really wear my do-rag and boo-boo cap outside like that. It's not something to where I'm gonna have boo-boo written across my forehead. And I made videos in the past where I show you how to put them on to where you can cover up the boo-boo with the do-rag straps and everything like that if you want to wear it outside. But that's the benefit of having a Monsoon cap. The Monsoon caps, I feel, in my opinion, offer waivers the opportunity to be able to wear something that's stylish, but at the same time, it meets the desires of compression that you're looking for. But at the end of the day, just to keep it 100 with you all, if you don't have the funds, you do not have to go out and buy a Monsoon cap. Everything that I've been reviewing, from the Torino Pro brushes to the Monsoon caps and everything like that, these things were made by waivers for waivers. This is not something that you have to buy. This is just something that several people in the community has been looking for. Now with this review, I wanted to cover as many aspects of the Monsoon cap as possible, because I know a lot of people have several different questions. But if there's something I did not cover in this video, make sure you leave it in the comments down below. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I have several videos on the side that I hope you guys enjoy. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys have a great week. Salute!